opportunity to introduce to you some of our staff and the work they do for the community. And as part of your budget process, really encourage you to watch these videos and just get to know the incredible range of services that this council offers. Hi, I'd like to introduce Anthea. Anthea works with council in the areas of community planning and wellbeing. And these are often areas that a lot of people may not understand what happens or what gets done, but certainly they're really critical in ensuring that our people in Wodonga, and particularly those people maybe most vulnerable, all have access to the services they need to get on and live their lives to the full. So Anthea, can you talk a little bit about the sorts of organisations and people you'd be involved with?
Yeah, so we work with a lot of different stakeholders. I chair the Wodonga Access Advisory Group, which is a group of people that either have disability or have a specific interest with disability access. We also work with different stakeholders within the health sector, just a real range of different community stakeholders. And,
yep. And certainly, Anthea, in your area there's things like affordable housing and so many other things that are important to people that you and your team deal with. Do you want to talk a little bit about those?
Yeah, so I suppose whilst we've got a lot of team members that work within council that work at the individual level, our team works with the population health. For example, if we look at violence against women and children, what we do in our team is we look at what are the underlying drivers of violence. So we know gender inequality can lead to violence, so we'll look at ways that we can promote gender equality for things like drug and alcohol. Our police and different organisations work again at that face-to-face level with people experiencing addiction or that have experienced issues with drug and alcohol. But what we'll do is we'll look at, well, how do we prevent people from ever taking drugs or, drinking at risky levels? So we might work with schools, with young people, or, we're actually just released a community campaign called Who's It Gonna Hurt, which is looking at
really good.
Blue collar workers and reducing risky drinking among that population. So
that's great.
Yeah.
And a lot of people might ask the question, why is local government involved in affordable housing, supporting the community and making sure domestic violence is not occurring, drug and alcohol. And local government's role, in actual fact in the Local Government Act, is to ensure the health and well-being of their community. And local government's role is to also advocate and work with other organisations in our community like the police. So Anthea, can you tell me how you work with other organisations other than the police?
Yeah, we work with a really broad range of organisations. So we work with health promotion agencies such as Gateway Health. We work with even medical clinics, GPs, different housing developers to look at housing affordability, a big range of different stakeholders, and it's really just working to have a whole of community approach to look at sort of preventing disease, improving the health and social outcomes of Wodonga. So
that's right.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the programs in Anthea's area are fully funded or mostly funded, a lot by state government but also by the Victorian Health Promotion Foundation.
Yeah.
So Anthea's area is continually seeking that extra funding.
Yeah, so last year I think we received nearly $500,000 of different funding, including state and federal funding, and that's really exciting for Wodonga because we're bringing resource to the community where we need it, and it's just great to see those outcomes. Yeah.
So Anthea, what do you really like about your work and what do you really like about Wodonga?
Yeah, I suppose two things that I like about my work. Number one, working for an organisation where there's people that work really hard and really want the best outcomes for the community. So it's when you get great outcomes and experiencing that with your team is great. So that's the number one. Number two is the outcomes for the community. So it's empowering community members. Last year I helped run a leadership program for women with disabilities, and seeing the outcomes of that program, I think it's, anyone would love that job. I feel really lucky to do that. So.